Welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm Reed. This is Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania. The front of this video is going to be a lot of talky-talky, so I'm going to put timestamps in the video description. If you want to get straight to the unboxing of the guitar or sound samples, feel free to do that. Now, this is not a video I expected to be making this year because I did not intend to purchase a guitar. But I am highly susceptible to advertising, I'll just admit it. And when I saw this guitar, I went, I have to have that in my life. It's so strange. So this is a guitar designed by Michelangelo Badio, known as Mab sometimes to his fans. Mab is an uber shredder from the 1980s. He was in the band Nitro, a band that I have not heard a single song from. He's well known for being one of the most jaw-dropping technical guitarists out there. He plays a two-necked guitar, not a over-under double neck, but a guitar in a V, and he plays with both hands simultaneously. It's pretty amazing. He's like a professional athlete. He's blisteringly fast. He's also pretty funny in a goofy kind of way, but I really enjoy it. I had the opportunity to meet him at the Dallas Guitar Show a few years back, and he was very warm and engaging and funny to talk to. So I was watching some of his videos. He's hooked up with a guitar company called Sawtooth. Now, I'd never even heard of Sawtooth guitars, but there are now a seemingly limitless number of made-in-China guitar companies, and Sawtooth is one. They're making a big push into the market. They also apparently do drums and other things. And one of my favorite drummers, Vinny Appice, is also a Sawtooth endorser. Vinny, of course, played for Dio and Black Sabbath and a whole bunch of other bands. So I saw this video on Thanksgiving Day for a new guitar that Mab has designed, the ES Hybrid. What makes it a hybrid? Well, it's a hybrid between a Les Paul or other double humbucker guitar and a 3 single coil Strat type guitar. That's pretty common. What's not common is that instead of using coil splits or hum single single, this has 5 pickups, 3 single coil pickups and 2 humbucker pickups. And then it has a control scheme that allows you to switch between them. So how's that going to work? Man, I have no idea. It's going to be strange. But before we get to the unboxing, I want to talk about my purchasing experience. So in his Thanksgiving video, Mab talked a lot about how this hybrid guitar has a German Floyd Rose, an original Floyd Rose system on it. Now that's a pretty expensive piece of hardware, and I was very surprised to see that they would put it on presumably a not very expensive hybrid. Sawtooth sells through a website called GoDPSMusic. They're probably most known for, if you purchase from them, you get a free gift, which your free gift can include a guitar. Probably something about comparable to that glary. So I went to their website, and the ES was, I believe, $700. Now, it's not cheap, but it's not very expensive. And it's doubly so for a 5 pickup guitar. Now, and remember, this has 2 complete sets of electronics. So it has different electronics for the single coils and the humbuckers, switching, and an original Floyd Rose. That's pretty complicated for $700. But then they have an ad, use our app and get 20% off any purchase. Well, I had to try that out. So I downloaded their app, GoDPSMusic Live. The app is a very strange thing. It is a subscription service for 99 cents per month. For 99 cents a month, you get music lessons, interviews with some musical celebrities, and some concerts from, frankly, bands you've never heard of. 99 cents a month, and 3 months free. I don't really see me paying 99 cents a month, but for 20% off, I'll take the 3 free months, thank you very much. So I signed up for my 3-month free trial. Now I attempted to go to the guitar and get 20% off. It didn't work. Now at the time, I had a Google Pixel phone. So I emailed the company and said, hey, how exactly do you get your 20% discount? Because I can't make that work. They emailed me back in 5 minutes. I mean, it was very, very short. They asked a couple of questions. I sent them some screenshots, and they said, well, we have no idea what's up. Here's a 20% discount code. So with that 20% code, the ES Hybrid was $560. Now, that's not Squire cheap, but that's not very expensive, especially if it's a good guitar, which we'll find out. So, great, I purchased it. Now, GoDPSMusic is primarily known for giving away free gifts. Those gifts can be cables and straps, or if you spend more than $500, you can get an actual guitar, probably in the same quality range as that Glary that's still sitting out in the shop waiting for me to finish up the project. I did not get the option to get a free gift. Now, that may be because I got 20% off through the app, and it does say if you have any discounts, then you don't get your free gift. And I would much rather have the 20% off than a free gift that I did not care for. However, after I purchased it, they did put out a package bundle, which is the guitar with a strap, picks, stand, and cable for the exact same price. Now that's pretty annoying. I don't want any of those things, but the idea that, hey, it's free stuff, and I paid the same amount of money for no free stuff is kind of irritating, but I'll let that pass. Again, it would have just taken up space. So I actually purchased on November 27th. November 30th, I got confirmation that the guitar had shipped. Their shipping notification does not provide any tracking data. It says, download the Shop app in order to track your package. So now you have two apps involved, the GoDPSMusic Live app and the Shop app. It's starting to get pretty annoying. But what's more annoying is that when I go to shop, no tracking information. It simply says shipped. So I don't sweat it. I wait for a while, nothing, nothing, nothing. 10 days later, I contact the company, say, hey, what is up? I've been waiting 10 days for some kind of information. You said to get the Shop app. It provided nothing. Did my guitar ship or not? Now, I sent that message off about 10:30 at night, U.S. Central Time. Got a reply back in an hour saying, let me check on it for you. And the following day, they sent me tracking information. Ironically, the guitar was delivered the following day. So, how was my overall experience? Well, kind of mixed. If I had waited just a couple of weeks, I'd have had some free product for the exact same price. That's annoying. They didn't send me any tracking information. That's also annoying. And I don't like using apps to purchase things. I like to have the larger screen on my computer so that I can consider things more easily. And I don't understand what their business model is if they're going to give 20% discounts for a free trial. I mean, that's a heck of a discount, 20%. So I got $140 off this guitar for nothing. And I will not be continuing my subscription. Now, that having been said, it does include a free concert from a band called Westbound. Now, I've never heard of Westbound before, but that band features Chaz West, a singer who did the one-album Resurrection Kings project with Craig Goldie, and Roy Z. And I'm a huge Roy Z fan from his time with Bruce Dickinson. My apologies to the other members of the band. I didn't really pay attention to who you are. And their music is right in my wheelhouse. I mean, it's kind of blues-based hard rock / metal, and it was pretty good. Now, would I pay a subscription for it? No. I'd buy a CD. I mean, it's just recorded performance in the Sawtooth studio So it's okay though. I mean, for free it was definitely worth it. We will see how well the guitar was packaged and shipped, and then we'll get it tuned up and playing. Now, I have not owned a guitar with a Floyd Rose in quite some time. In fact, it's only within the last 2 years that I started learning to play guitars with whammy bars at all. Prior to that, I was a fixed bridge guy all the way. But I'm really getting into whammies now and enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to trying out the Floyd Rose system. So, let's get to some unboxing. Alright, so let's get to the exciting part, the unboxing. Now the first thing I notice is this is undoubtedly not double boxed. This is a very, very thin box. On the outside of the box, they have an advertisement for that GoDPSMusic app. They are really pushing that thing. 99 cents a month. I really wonder if anybody's going to pay them 99 cents a month for that. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we do have an inner box. This should also have a gig bag, which it does not. Free online guitar lessons. Oof. I can tell you that is a very heavy feeling Strat-sized guitar. Alright, so one problem right away, no gig bag. I'll put a link to the store page in the description, but I am positive that it says it comes with a gig bag. So here we have the Floyd Rose arm with a screw-in grommet and all of your normal adjustment tools. Alright, now I'm going to have to pause this and double check because I want to know whether I should be angry at them or just let this go. So I will be right back. Okay, I was not hallucinating. That was supposed to come with a deluxe gig bag, and clearly there is no gig bag included. So their customer service is going down as we speak. A quick update on the gig bag situation. I emailed GoDPSMusic on Saturday. On Monday I got an email back with an apology and a shipping confirmation for a gig bag. So they're trying really hard, and I appreciate that. Would have been better if they hadn't left out the gig bag in the first place. I mean, that's a pretty big omission. Nonetheless, do give them props for rapidly fixing their mistake. Let's get back to the guitar. If the guitar is awesome, I'll stop being annoyed about not receiving the gig bag. I've emailed them. So far, they've been very responsive to emails. Now, they make this model in 2 colors, natural flame maple top and blood red, and I chickened out at the last minute and went with the natural flame maple instead of the blood red because the blood red comes with a mirrored pick guard, and I thought that would give me all kinds of problems trying to video it. Okay, 1-year warranty. Another ad for the app. Okay, so the specs on this guitar are that it has a basswood body, maple neck. Can't remember what the fretboard is made out of. It's not rosewood. as you can see, 5 pickups, 3 single coils and 2 humbuckers. They're all Alnico 5 magnets. A Floyd Rose bridge, 5-way selector switch for the single coils, 3-way for the humbuckers, and then a 3-way toggle to go between them. Just got a standard Strat style heel joint. It's very unusual to see basswood in a clear finish. Now, there's nothing wrong with basswood. Basswood sounds fine, but it's not a pretty wood, which is why you usually see it painted and then maybe with a figured maple top. Or in this case, you can see it's just a veneer. Yeah, pretty veneer though. Okay. Wow, that actually sounds pretty well in tune. Okay. It's got Wilkinson non-locking tuning machines. Floyd Rose nut. It's not the type of Floyd Rose nut that goes all the way through the neck. It's got a tilted back headstock. The neck is one piece. It's ever so slightly tinted. No sharp frets. That's really nice. The Floyd is recessed, so it is just fully floating. So here's the control scheme. This upper toggle controls whether you're on the single coils or the humbuckers. Up, single coils, middle is both, and down is the humbuckers. And then you have standard Strat 5-way controls. Bridge, bridge and middle, middle alone, middle and neck, neck alone. And then for the humbuckers, bridge, both, neck. The upper controls, I believe, are volume and tone for the single coils. Boy, a lot of resistance in those. And then the bottom are for the humbuckers. So theoretically, it'll have the correct capacitors in there so that it'll sound good. These are Alnico 5 magnets. A lot of really inexpensive guitars use ceramic magnets, and there's nothing inherently wrong with ceramic magnets. Alnico 5s are more powerful than Alnico 2s, not quite as sweet sounding, a little more modern, less traditional. It's got a nice carve. Body is 3 pieces. Again, you can see not a super attractive body. You get a lot of mineral streaks, like, here, I'll get this close to the camera. So you get things like this. That's not a blemish in the paint, that's just a mark in the wood, and you get that sort of stuff with basswood, which is why it is normally painted and not a clear coat. Okay, now this is interesting. So the control cavity cover is recessed, and the switch cavity cover is recessed, but the trim plate is not recessed. So very interesting. And darned if I don't think that thing is in tune. Alright, so the next thing to do, actually, I haven't weighed this, but man, it compared to my G&L Legacy, which is my only real Strat style guitar that I've purchased. I guess I have my Wilkinson kit, but this is a much, much heavier guitar. Wow, this is a beefy guitar. So I'm going to plug this thing in and get some tones out of it. Okay, I did not measure the output on these pickups, but they're Alnico 5s, so they should sound modern, not completely vintage. We're going to start off with the single coils. I have turned off everything that, in the way of effects except for a little reverb. So, we're going to do a little music today. We're going to start off with what I think these kind of guitars were really designed for. Smooth jazz. This is the neck pickup. Neck and middle. Just the middle. Middle and bridge. And just the bridge. Go to the humbuckers. First the neck humbucker. Oh my goodness, that is a lot more output. Alright, so the humbuckers are pretty authentic sounding. I know they're really humbuckers, but the construction of the guitar and your pickup placement makes a big difference. So the closest thing on the market to this is the Steve Morse guitar from Music Man. And you'll notice on the Steve Morse, the humbuckers are in the correct position, which is to say all the way against the bridge and all the way against the neck, and he's got single coils in the middle. On this guitar, the single coils are in more of the traditional position. The humbuckers are placed between them, so they are not exactly where you would get in a standard two humbucker like an SG or a Les Paul style. They're pretty hot though, so they sound pretty good. I'm not going to go through every possible combination because that would make this video even longer than it is already. However, let's try some overdrive over just a little 2-chord vamp there and see how it does. Pause to get my vamp set up. I'm using a Boss RC20 for a looper. Okay, I'm not a particularly confident looper, so I went ahead and set my loop off camera, and then we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to start off on the neck pickup single coil. I'm playing through my Jackson Audio Golden Boy with some reverb from my Boss RV500 and a little extra delay from an Eventide H9 unit. So here's my loop. humbucker. To the middle. Just to the bridge. I really like that bridge humbucker. I'm just giving the whammy bar an abuse here. Going back to the bridge single coil. Alright, I'm going to pause here and check our tuning. Got a TC Electronic Polytune on the floor. Well, actually still pretty good. So, there you go. Just a few sound samples. Actually, I'm pretty impressed by those humbuckers. The single coils may take a while to grow on me. Okay, so my initial impressions are this guitar is actually pretty well put together. That neck joint feels very good. So far, I haven't spotted any flaws in the paint. I said there are some obvious blemishes in the wood. That is not the paint's fault. That is just basswood. It's not a particularly pretty wood. The neck is not a thin, like Ibanez-y kind of neck. It's pretty chunky, but it feels good. The setup on it is off just a little bit, but not much. May spend some time getting it dialed in. It bends very nicely. tune. Oh, I think now I'm starting to get it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that knocked the G way out. Alright, so I'll have to mess around with this, get it back into some kind of tune, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so far, what do I think? Well, it was a very weird buying experience. I did not like using their app to get a discount, especially as it didn't work. I didn't like the fact that after I purchased it, they put up an option to, for the exact same price, get quite a bit more product. Whether it was product I wanted or not, that's the principle of the thing. I really didn't like the fact that they didn't send me any shipping information, despite telling me that I could get shipping information through a second app, which didn't work. And I really did not like the fact that they did not include my gig bag. On the plus sides, this actually feels like a pretty high quality guitar. The fretwork is really impressive. The tremolo feels great. Again, a good recessed Floyd. I don't know how to tell at a glance if it's an original Floyd Rose or not. It does not have another stamp on it. It doesn't say it's a 1500 or a ES or a 1000 or one of the other Floyd series. So I'm going to take them at their word that it's an original Floyd Rose. The paint is very smooth and looks good. The veneer is very flamey and looks good. The bizarre hybrid controls, they actually work. Now, the pickups, the single coils are not nearly as loud as the humbuckers. I guess you would expect that. So I don't know it's one that you would instantly go back and forth between the single coil and the humbucker sounds. And wouldn't that be kind of the main point? So you'd still want to have certain effects set up for your single coil sound, and maybe different drives for the single coils than the humbuckers. But it's unique. There is nothing else like it on the market. For what you get, it is not particularly expensive, and I think that I am going to have a lot of fun with this guitar. So, there you go. The Sawtooth ES something or other hybrid. I'll put the link to their store page in the description. So, designed by Michelangelo Badio for smooth jazz. Hope you found this interesting. And hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. Until then, I've been Reed, and this has been Man Cave Guitar Pedal Mania.